Om Dare Tu, Om Dare Tu, Dare Tu Re So Ha. Om Dare Tu, Dare Tu Re So Ha. Re So Ha. Gyawadi Yudada Jasan Roma Jujane Joa Chiyan Manuva De Sahaduvoy. Please turn to the 8 auspicious noble ones on page 19 of your book. Nase Nandaram Shelan Rupe Jashi Jachu Shena Jupaye Sanje Chudam Gendan Babeso Kula Chazar Dacha Chashi Shodrane Jabo Salten Dundruko Jambe Dempa Kedra Padamba Kula Gomba Najer Rabashe Lumbo Tarba Sadra Padani Senchen Tamche Lagon Rabipa Yisen Tepa Tara Rabade Sensan Depe Tashipa Bela Dewar Shepa Jela Chansalo Jamba Shanu Oden Dorjezen Shere Zewang Gombo Jambe Pa Sayin Yimbo Driba Nambarsa Nage Nimbo Pacho Kuntuza Budba Dorje Bekanu Shindan Norbu Dawara Binimayi Chasen Legnam Tashi Patisho Tanju Sempa Yela Chasalo Rinchen Ducho Tashi Serginya Dojon Bomsa Yilong Kamala Yendra Gundam Bunso Pabiu Minun Jasen Mongo Kolote Rinchen Tasham Kiji Chasen Shin Chosu Jawa Chichi Jejema Keso Mawu Rinbe Papewe Tashi Pamo Jema Chastalo Samba Shenpo Dejon Semebu Medon Dendan Yapo Yokorson Pache Podam Luan Mikmisan Nanda Sete Larte Kolodan Jishuladan Dondon Dorjese Piwara Jisuten Jansen Sasun Nesun Gani Kansega Jiten Chonga Jela Chasalo Daja Tendir Chawa Zombala Gedan Neva Seva Kunshine Dudon Babre Sando Yishneru Tashi Gele Bonson Soharsho Namo Ratnatayaya Koncho Somnacha Salo Koncho Somji Dambayi Sangarika Jujurji Denge Mohan Drukarsho Om Ye Dharma Prabhavaya Tanjani Tata Kai Vartikin Simira Kamari Mashashramana Om Ye Dharma Shramana Soha Daja Tendir Shava Sambala Yegdan Yevar Sewa Kunchine Tadon Samba Yishin Rubayi Dashi Deshan Tender Deru. Please turn to page 59. Nitam Wangju Songye. Mahum Shri Dechen Barwa Wangi Bodrandu Beton Sosor Jobe Yeshiku Masha Deden Kameran Shinde Nurjen Yima Nangwa Chinduka Shuku Nangwa Tai Dorshishu Jeten Wanshu Tuje Chazu Ema Japu Korde Nawanju Nasizana Wanshe Deruka Samra Yeshe Petra Warahi Benshu Tepe Japo Dishinte Maluchigu Yitro Richema Shatun Saye Wanshu Detonga Wanze Dorje Pao Dagiso Mentun Yamba Shempo Nanyedo Dorje Kui Kashi Sesomyo Gange Songye Jeje Pansongo Konser Marbo Korde Yolasha Sushi Danshu Yoshin Dubashi Dorje Chapa Shembo Tujine Nami Guru Dugu Shososhi Dorje Chachu Shaba Shembo Nansi Deva Shembo Dam Shiva Tai Chuchu Drawe Rogarshin Tilji Kombo Chewa Shinchude Rajan Saso Wangi Fazola Göpe Soha Tekso Jinjilo Shotu Nudru Dugu Patada Tome Vandu Shekre Noru. And then to page 236, the Sutra of the Three Deeps. I and all sentient beings always go for refuge to the Guru, go for refuge to the Buddha, go for refuge to the Dharma, go for refuge to the Sangha. To the Bhagavad, Tathagata, Arhat, completely perfect Buddha, Shakyamuni, I prostrate. To Vajra, essence, total subduer, I prostrate. To Jewel of radiant light, I prostrate. To powerful king of the Nagas, I prostrate. To heroic word, I prostrate. To glorious delight, I prostrate. To jewel fire, I prostrate. To jewel moonlight, I prostrate. To meaningful to behold, I prostrate. To jewel moon, I prostrate. To stainless one, I prostrate. To glorious splendor, I prostrate. To chaste one, I prostrate. To splendor of chastity, I prostrate. To water deity, I prostrate. To deity of water deities, I prostrate. To glorious excellence, I prostrate. To glorious sandalwood, I prostrate. To endless majesty, I prostrate. To light of glory, I prostrate. To sorrowless glory, I prostrate. To child of no craving, I prostrate. To flower of glory, I prostrate. To the Tathagata manifest knowledge to the sports and light rays of purity I prostrate. To the Tathagata manifest knowledge to the sports and lotus light rays I prostrate. To glorious wealth I prostrate. To glory of mindfulness I prostrate. To glorious name of universal renown I prostrate. To King of the victory banner of highest power I prostrate. To glory of utterly complete subjugation I prostrate. To utterly triumphant over opposition I prostrate. To total subduer who is the glory of the Tathagatas I prostrate. To glory of the fully perceptible display I prostrate. To jewel lotus total subduer I prostrate. To the Tathagata Arhat, completely perfect Buddha, King of Mount Meru, fully present on the lotus and jewel seat I prostrate. All of you and all the other Tathagata Arhats, completely perfect Buddha Bhagavats, throughout the worldly realms of the 10 directions. However many you are, living and prospering Buddha Bhagavats, please all of you heed me now. In this lifetime and in lifetimes without beginning or end in samsara, in all of the birthplaces within samsara, whether I have committed evil actions, directed others to commit them, and rejoiced in their commission, or whether I have stolen, directed others to steal, and rejoiced in the theft of alms offered to objects of worship, to the Sangha or to the Sangha of the 10 directions, or whether I have committed the 5 acts of immediate consequence, directed others to commit them, and rejoiced in their commission, or whether I have gone as far down the road of the 10 non-virtuous actions as one can go, directed others to follow, and rejoiced in their following, or through whichever karmic obscurations have obscured me and might cause me to become a sentient being in hell, or to take life as an animal, or to be born in the land of Pretas, in an uncivilized realm, as a barbarian or among longevity gods, or to have incomplete faculties, to adopt heterodox beliefs, or to be unable to honor Buddhas who appear. Whichever such karmas obscure me, Buddha Bhagavats who are wise, who have vision, who are witnesses, who are qualified, who behold with knowledge, I reveal and confess all of them before you, without concealing or hiding anything at all. From now on I will desist, I make you that promise. All of you Buddha Bhagavats, please heed me, in this life and in lifetimes without beginning or end in samsara. Whatever source of virtue there is in my practicing generosity in any other birthplaces in samsara, offering at least a single mouthful of food to one born in the realm of animals, and whatever source of virtue there is in my guarding proper discipline, in whatever source of virtue there is in my maintaining chaste conduct, and whatever source of virtue there is in my actions to fully mature sentient beings, and wherever source of virtue there is in my generating the supreme attitude of bodhicitta, and whatever source of virtue there is in my superior wisdom, I gather and combine all of it into one, and by fully dedicating it ensemble to those who stand above all others, exceed all others, the highest of the high, the greatest of the great, thereby dedicated fully to the highest perfect complete enlightenment. Just as the Buddha Bhagavats of the past fully dedicated, and just as the Buddha Bhagavats of the future will dedicate fully, and just as Buddha Bhagavats in the present perform full dedication, in the same way I too make full dedication. I confess each and every one of my many wrong actions. I rejoice in all merits. I exhort and supplicate all Buddhas. May I attain sacred, supreme, exalted wisdom. To all of the superior victors who are present now, to those who have gone, and likewise to those who have yet to come, like an ocean whose praiseworthy qualities are limitless, I fold my palms together and unreservedly go for refuge. We'll begin the main sadhana of the Monlam on page 78 with taking refuge in and in the presence of the mandala of Manjushri Mayajala. I take refuge in the essence of the body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities of all Tathagatas of the 3 times and 10 directions, the source of the 84,000 heaps of Dharma, the sovereigns of the entire noble Sangha, the kind root and lineage gurus who are glorious and holy. I take refuge in the perfect Buddha Bhagavats. I take refuge in the sacred Dharmas. I take refuge in the noble Sanghas. I take refuge in the assembled deities of the Rimay Mondalas and their retinues. I take refuge in the glorious holy lords, the guardians who protect the Dharma and possess eyes of wisdom. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until enlightenment. By these acts of generosity and the other paramitas I perform, may I attain Buddhahood in order to benefit transient beings. To the 3 jewels I go for refuge. I confess all sins one by one. In the virtues of beings I rejoice. I am dedicated to enlightened Buddhahood. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until enlightenment. In order to accomplish my own and others' highest aims, I will generate bodhicitta. Having generated supreme bodhicitta, I will take all sentient beings into my personal care. I will engage in supreme, fulfilling, awakened conduct. May I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all sentient beings possess happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be apart from the sacred happiness that is without suffering. May all sentient beings abide in the great equanimity that is without attachment or aversion to those who are near or far. Tonglen meditation, or contemplation of the 4 immeasurables. Continuing with the sadhana on page 80. The supreme kaya, signs and marks, utterly at peace, readily settles turbulent mental disturbances. One whose thoughts fasten upon that image always has the victor seated before him. The great domain of Akanishta, of fine jewel design, a field entirely filled with Varajana victors, endowed with an ocean of illustrious victors' children, ever and always displays the eternal way. Their light rays on full display are a cloud of brilliance filled with cloud banks of lotus kings of awakening. The marvels of this wondrous kaya, which supremely bestow the elixir of bliss and virtue, are not performed. All appearances which arise from their bases, being of one taste in the tranquil domain of Dharmata, are boundless purity, undiluted, non-dual perfection. Emma, how amazing is their inconceivable, inexpressible way. From that unformulated expanse, there radiates an offering cloud of Samantabhadra, filling the measure of the Dharmadhatu. In it is a fine, wish-fulfilling tree with clouds for leaves, and within their folds is a jeweled throne of lions, lotus, sun, and moon, atop which sits the venerable Guru, the wisdom treasure of all victors, Mayajala Manjushri, with 4 arms wearing silks and jewels, the complete Sambhogakaya attire. He is orange like youthful sunlight, blazing with glowing vitality. His bow and arrow of appearance and emptiness disrupt the processes of grasping and fixation. His sword of prajna cuts out the root of suffering. His prajna paramita volume accurately reveals the true meanings. He and his children of the 3 times are the supreme mandala of victors. He appears vividly within the space of my faithful mind, this glorious one with lovely braids, who proclaims the Dharma of interdependence, appearance, and emptiness, and whose compassion exceeds that of all other victims. His king of speech, mighty Muni, lord of Dharma, is majestically present like a glorious mound of gold. In space above him is the head of all the lineages, Samantabhadra, great Vajradhara, lovely, brilliant, and dazzling. On the right branch are the iconic Nagarjuna, the 6 ornaments, and the rest of the sages and siddhas of India. On the left branch are Padmasambhava and the Vidyadhara sages and siddhas of Tibet. In the space out front are glorious Mokshen Rajampa, Marpa the translator, the outstanding Manjugosha Sakya Pandita, and the lords of Dharma Tsongkhapa and Lolpopa, all of whom in the attire of sages and siddhas hold volumes and swords. Beyond that, atop a single atom is an infinite matrix of kayas and realms, as numerous as all atoms. Similarly, in the oceanic realms of the Dharmadhatu are mandalas of Buddha fields beyond all measure. Although wisdom's wonders are tranquil like space, the power of expansive aspirations and true compassion, through diverse ways and means both regular and irregular, shows itself to sentient beings like the moon in water. Since the supreme assembly of lords with such qualities all revel and take delight in the singular reality of equality, those who are wise by worshipping a single God, thereby do so towards all great munis. Regarding those victors in this fashion, with a blessed ocean of bodies as numerous as they, and an offering cloud of delights for all praiseworthy victors, I shall exceed the role models of exemplary conduct. What little virtue I have accumulated through homage and offering and confession, and rejoicing, request, and petition, is all dedicated to the highest great awakening. All Buddha Bhagavats residing in the 10 directions, Bodhisattva Mahasattvas residing on the 10th bhumi, and Vajra holder Gurus, please give me your attention. Until I reach the heart of awakening, I will go to the Buddha for refuge. To the Dharma and the multitudes of Bodhisattvas as well, I will go for refuge in the same way. Just as the Sugatas of the past generated Bodhicitta, and progress through the stages of bodhisattva training. So I too, for the good of beings, will generate bodhicitta, and likewise progressively train as they did. Until I reach the heart of awakening, I will go to the Buddhas for refuge, to the Dharma and the multitudes of bodhisattvas as well. I will go for refuge in the same way. Just as the Sugatas of the past generated bodhicitta and progressed through the stages of bodhisattva training, so I too, for the good of beings, will generate bodhicitta and likewise progressively train as they did. Until I reach the heart of awakening, I will go to the Buddhas for refuge. To the Dharmas and the multitudes of bodhisattvas as well, I will go for refuge in the same way. Just as the Sugatas of the past generated bodhicitta and progressed through the stages of bodhisattva training, so I too, for the good of beings, will generate bodhicitta and likewise progressively train as they did. Now, at last, my life has borne fruit. I have utilized this human existence well. Today I am born into the family of Buddhas. I have now become a child of Buddhas. Now, no matter what, I will start to behave appropriately for this family. I will do so to prevent any stain of this faultless, holy image. Like a blind man who discovers a precious jewel within a heap of rubbish, in the same way I have stumbled upon a fortune, as bodhicitta has been born within me. Today, in the presence of all refuges, I hold out an invitation to beings to enlightenment, and until then to happiness, and so bring joy to gods, asuras, and others. Precious supreme bodhicitta, may it arise where not yet arisen, not weaken where it has arisen, and grow stronger and stronger. May I not be apart from bodhicitta, devote myself to awakened conduct, be fully supported by the Buddhas, and abandon the actions of Mara. May what bodhisattvas in their hearts intend for beings be accomplished. May sentient beings too receive whatever the Lord's intent for them. May all sentient beings find happiness. May all lower realms perpetually be empty. May all of the aspirations of bodhisattvas who abide on the bhumis be fulfilled. Stainless wisdom kaya of 100 virtues, entirely freed of coarse and subtle skandha maras, possessing the strength of invincible Vishnu. Homage to those who have realized the supreme Vajrakaya. Melodious as the ocean of tones sounding from Brahma's drum. Irrepressible, all other sounds simply follow. In each vocal expression, all Dharma heaps are complete. Homage to the voice of boundless qualities. Quiescent Dharmata, expanse of three doorways of liberation. Though seeing how knower and known have the same flavor, it has occasion to know all dharmas to their fullest extent. Homage to the royal commander of 10 powers. Although displaying diverse names and forms in the realms of pure and impure trainees, in terms of training sentient beings, they have but one approach. Homage to the peerless performers of others' welfare. Moreover, to the children of all victors, self-victors, and the multitude of Sangha who train students, the eminently noble with many qualities deserving of praise, I offer homage to all of them with great respect. Present here are the Bhagavats, Tathagatas, Arhats, the completely perfected enlightened ones, the discerning and holy beings, the Sugatas, knowers of the world, charioteers and trained beings, their eminences, the teachers of gods and humans, the Buddha Bhagavats adorned with the 32 excellent signs and 80 excellent powers. To all of them, using all of the proper implements, I offer this pure emotion. The bathing chamber smells extraordinary. Its crystal floor is bright and sparkling, and from it rise lovely pillars of dazzling jewels. Strands of shiny pearls are strung like a canopy. This bath is offered to the Tathagatas and their children with many jewel vases nicely filled with pleasant fragrant waters, accompanied by much song and music. offer you ablutions, so I too, with divine pure water, offer you this bath. O floating over the path of immortality, a cloud of colorful beauties flaunting lotus hollows, Menacas bearing fine cleansing causes, offer ablutions to the virtuous forms of Buddha. Om Kaya Vishwadaya Soha Vendravasa. With skillful compassion to the birth in the Shakya clan, you vanquish the Mara hordes when others could not. Your majestic figure is like a mound of gold. I offer ablutions to that king of the Shakya. The one dressed in beautiful attire, finely adorned with the torch of Raja, dispelling the darkness of the three worlds, I offer ablutions to Manjughosha. Buddha of total vision, Upanishad, protector of all, destroyer of samsara, golden Muni, guardian of light, Shakyamuni and Paladam, god of gods, I offer ablutions to the seven heroic Buddhas. Dipankara and the other victors of the past, Mahabodhi arriving at present, Maitreya and the others yet to come, I offer ablutions to the Buddhas of the three times. Their stock of virtues are fitting and aspirations marvelous. When undertaking activities, they increase forever. In the single outstanding eon, their deeds are completed. I offer ablutions to the 1,000 perfect Buddhas. Manjushri, Vajrapali, Avalokiteshvara, Shishtagarva, Nirvana, Vishkambin, Akashagarva, Maitreya, and Samanta Bhadra, I offer ablutions to the 8 great close suns. Discourses, hymns and praises, prophecies, poetic verses, aphorisms, discussions, narrative discourses, parables, Jataka tales, extensive sayings, marvels, and resolutions. I offer ablutions to the 12 branches of Holy Scripture. Shariputra, Mogaputra, Ananda, Rahula, Anupa, Purna, Sumati, Kashyapa, and Upali, I offer ablutions to the members of the Noble Sangha. Samantadra, Vajrasava, Prayavajra, Shrisingha, Pamakara, the 25 souls who learn Nyan and the 100 great treasure revealers. I offer ablutions to the gurus of dictates and treasures. Holder of the treasury of secret mantra, Marva Shuchilogu, supreme Lila who manifested unity in a single life, incomparable Rakhopa with its treasure of instruction, I offer ablutions to the 3 Kagyu forefathers. Master of transmission and realization, pinnacle of their supreme Prabhupada, Manjughosha, Sakya Pandita, and Chadravaha, I offer ablutions to the Sakya originators. Crown ornament of 500 glorious Divankara, forefather of the Kadam teaching of Lord Ramthampa, holder of knowledge treasure, supreme Lakshara, I offer ablutions to the 3 fathers and sons of Jogo. and Tibetan chariot tradition, master of vertical reasoning Jalsabje, Lord of Sutra and Tantra teachings Tekrabje, I offer ablutions to the three Father and Son victors. Omniscient Buddha Rinchen Nam Jal, Venerable Nam Kachok Guru, Omniscient Jonam Karanata and others. I offer ablutions to the Scholar and Siddha Guru. The woman whose nature embodies the peaceful and wrathful yams, the source of attainment's great treasure, Avalokiteshvara, Hayagriva, the mighty one, chief glory of all samsara and nirvana. I offer ablutions to the assembly of Yidam deities. Leaders of all normal dakis, removers of obstacles in the form of Vajradhara, goddesses of lineage, secret wisdom space, I offer ablutions to the assembly of Mamos and Dakis. In the past and the present of the Great Virgin, you promised to protect as a mother would her child those individuals who practice Dharma. I offer ablutions to the protectors and guardians. Those who comprehend the vast and profound, Dhritarashtra, Viruddhaka, Virupaksha, and Vaishrava, I offer ablutions to the four great gates. I offer ablutions to the five sisters of longevity, along with the protectors of the teachings, gods, nagas, and lords of places all over the world, and especially those who reside in this area and region. The sublime form, voice, and mind of the victor lack any saint from the third state, and yet to purify my own and others' obscure speaking, I offer ablutions with this clean water. With incomparable linens for their bodies, clean and fragrant, I towel them dry. Om Tam Kriva Kaya Vishwadaya Soha. Then I offer them many types of beautifully colored clothing, extremely fragrant and clean, of delicate texture and soft, and fine gems and strong jewelry. With all of these I make offerings to Noble Son Bhadra and Manjushri, to Lokeshvara and the others, godly ravens, fine, soft, and light. I offer to their invulnerable Vajrakayas. By offering these with invincible faith, may we attain the Vajrakaya. Glittering like Indra's colorful bow, bringing pleasure to whomever they touch, I offer such fine clothes and jewels in order to purify my mind. Please adorn yourself in these clothes of holy colors. This sublime cleansing is full of glory, for the waters of compassion are above all others. They are the stream of wisdom and blessing, and so please grant the desired city. Garlands of divine, ideal, perfect lotuses, radiant flowers falling like rain from clouds, forming oceans filling all worlds in their entirety. A symphony of merit clouds satisfying all needs. Om Sarva Tata Gata Pariwara Purushe A profusion of all fine aromatic woods one could imagine, carrying an ocean of fragrance totally satisfying, a variety of fine incense powders wafting like clouds, forming a glorious and impressive arrangement of offering clouds. Om Sarva Tata Gata Pariwara Purushe precious sun and moon jewels, whose boundless light rays cast a vast sea of illumination, driving away the darkness of all the realms, with reverence as light the victors and their children. Om Sarvata Gata Savariva Aloke Buddha the finest incense, healing blends, and ambrosia balm. An ocean of rainfall of captivating scents, bestowing myriad distinctive undefiled joys, an inexhaustible massive sky treasury. Om Sarvata Gata Savariva Gente Buddha the most delectable food of 100 marvelous flavors, a cornucopia of the finest food and drink, an endless bounty that neither fills nor leaves wanting. Enjoy it as the samadhi of supreme peace. Om Sarvata Gata Savariva Devide clouds of praise and oceanic variation of sublime music, cymbals and drumbeats like rain dropping from clouds, 100 modulations of boomies and paralitas entirely fill an infinite ocean of worlds. Garlands of jewels lay out like a beautiful sea, whose glow casts a canopy of light over the world as vast as the breadth of infinite space, an ornament to the beauty of victors and their mandala circles. Om Sarvata Gata Savariva a great wish-fulfilling canopy that adorns the sky, formed of hundreds, thousands of decorative strands of bells and shines, ringing like the ocean in Samantabhadra's example, perfect and splendidly gracing the Buddha's Upanisha. Om glittering like the colorful bow of Indra, with silken tassels of many divine materials, a cloud-like victory banner spread across all realms in 10 directions, endlessly permeating the expanse of Dharma. Om Sarvata Gata Savariva a supreme cloud of fabrics, divine cloth that brings joy and conscience, highly lustrous like the scent of dust daffodil, with an ocean of variegated and solid colors, satisfying the circle of supreme illusory signs and marks. Om Sarvata Gata Savariva Vasa bracelets, crowns, earrings, necklaces, and others, a variety of jewels in many ornamental settings, an ocean's rainfall of precious flowers, finally illustrating Samantabhadra's offering mantra. Om Sarvata Gata Savariva lovely groves of copious, wish-fulfilling trees, attractive moon and jewel rock shelters, a diverse ocean of austere places that offer a delightful feast of joyous dhyana. Om Sarvata Gata Savariva multi-storied palaces strong with precious jewels, a melodic rainfall of song and dance, music and hymns, an assortment of offering goddesses of many bright clouds, an excited symphonic ocean of Samantabhadra's aspiration. Conveying a great wave of merit clouds, an excellent vase gathering the virtuous traits of existence and peace, an enriching rainfall of deeds and wants beyond imagining, an ornament that brightens all Akalisha emanations. Om Sarvata In short, an oceanic cycle of many eons, oceans past, present, and future beyond imagining. All oceans of offering clouds, the elements and their products, complete and all included, the exemplary ornament ocean, the Datu in all realms beyond coming or going, exhibiting the profound manner of arising interdependently, in a separate storehouse of offerings for each Sugata. The realms displayed like a mirage of an ocean. All of the bodies illusory, ornamental emanations exhibiting the way beyond increase or decrease. In worship of the crown guru, the Tibetan sea, it holds respect to the wisdom flower victor, all particles are the expanse of wisdom space, exhibiting how appearance and emptiness are the same. Each illusory particle fills the entirety of space, an oceanic formation, an inconceivable offering cloud. Great wisdom of twofold knowledge, free of defects, with the unlimited supreme power of impartial love. Accept this ocean of offering clouds of Samantabhadra, and grant the bounty of splendid awareness and kindness. Om Seed his own mantra, the T syllable at its heart. Blazing with light, such that the mantra's own sound spreads the power of Dharani, the recall of former lives, and bodhicitta throughout all space. One's own samadhi of spontaneous luminosity abounds, obtaining vitality of deity, abundant purity, awakens the luminosities of life, death, and the bardo from within, such that one becomes none other than Manjushri Maya Kosha. Om Mara Vasana. Arapasana. We do the jumbo tenjit of the mantra Nama Samgirti one time in Tibetan, one is Monlam. We've done it only in English so far, so then you can even follow what's in the book. It's okay. If you want, Jumbo Chandler Jirba Chazanu Sene Chalden Durdi Chanduka Durba Namdijo Pao Jiten Samdeja Durdi Honshu Samdeja Tema Karbo Jebi Shen Tema Jebi Shamawa Rangi Lagi Durdi Jo Yanda Yandu Surjeva Chaya Rimbar Dena Son Donga Durdi Daiva Auduga Durva Mojiza Randa Hajije Durdi Semo Rakshova Rangi Lagi Surjeva Ningde Chetan Sheradan Ajira Nashivicho Gagurangde Sambashin Chod Shisudemba Sanje June Shibega Zerde Nanda Shidu Deshin Sheba Shamdende Gombo Shamdende Shinshe Sasanje La Chasade Tamo Jarwar Shiberne Shengar Duda Dige So Chadada Mibadan Dadun Daga Tukse Shir Shamchot Rawe Munsobe 장주진의 다도즈 연무변의 센트루싱 미제담들 심화이 센증부담의 남해르고 톱대지르 톱에 선제 정된대 교회 라마 돈바보 남세 정보 대미션 왕보 선바 신적이 정된대 지시고 술도를 정보 세계다 예시구대 왕종화 정바 예시 선바이 전해여다 주배조 전사든이 자지싱 던신 성배로시와 Toma Targewa Libe Sanje Namjisong Aon Namchang Songkurla Tatar Jungwe Susanje Yanda Yandu Songwa Gan Jujin Jukro Trawale Durje Sanje Sangha Chang Abe Namji Devaye Nulang Kangla Shetu Sor Gongbo Susanje Kanji Sangzen Jine Tatur Shirungi Barjungi Barduni Davi Samba Dimba Song Yunmo Maru Savada Vishe Maru Bangwe Shir Sambe Shipar Jishendu Senchen Namba Shipar Sa Sangma Landa Durji Dekshen Shepa Digidu Tonghe Namo Durji Dene Tengardo Dene Shonde Shajadu Sobe Sanje Kandi Shoni Shonde Tazawa Rishing Yamba Chonse De Jiden Sumbo Nam Shishing Deshi Kanam Dursheba Sinche Nam Shin Sons Chongwar Shebe Tsumtene Tsumbe Sumde Nibayi Jiten Sumbo Kongkang Ke Lagna Durje Toboje Saman Lani Larson Lani Deshi Landen Durbe Rola Bimbe Dundu Shwe Yeshe Lushen Jambaji Mingzhe Bani Dunche Wa Dabar Jishin Diksawa Ngale Nibar Tsubani Lekso Alden Durje Chang Langa Durje Shulen So Sangwe Dabo Deshirme Shula Bar Dimbarja Jumbi Seche Jisena Shomden Dene Lekshe So Dene Shomden Shachatu Sangha Rinchen Damche Dam Sangha Ringa Samweri Esolani Namarje Jiten Jiten Debere Jiten Asher Jena Chaja Jimbo Rishoda Rishen Sudar Shirsene Sige Lava Sisuje Sangha Jabo Nusen Shin Nisu Mekar Jungwada Mishe Shishen Disum Ba Ha Ha Hi Hi Ho He He Ho Ho An An Sajido Hridayana Murtira Buddha Buddhanam Vidya Vartinam Vajra Krishna Duga Cheta Vrajana Murtaye Jana Kaya Vagisha Arapasanaya Tenam Ditar Sanje Shomnende Sobe Sanje Adijong Ani Indru Kunji Cho Dushe Yige Tambayi Onde Jungwa Chewa Ben Siddha Chukwa Pambade Chukwa Kunji Juyi Cho Sikwa Rabdu Sawarshi Shaba Shembo Dushaji Sinche Tamche Gawarshi Shaba Shembo Shegamshi Nyong Kunji Rakshiwa Shaba Shembo Timoshi Timo Timo Sel Shaba Shembo Trovashi Shembo Rashiva Shaba Shembo Chabashi Chabatanshi Suvarshi Shaba Shembo Devashi Gawa Shembo Duvashi Suje Lujang Shevati Kato Jishin Lubongshi Mingyang Jishin Chaksheva Shivor Shembo Yambayu Shera Suje Chambati Nyumon Chakyo Shivicho Rajen Yendra Shembo De Namwa Shembo Samashi Yeba Juncho Shenpo Shan Jujo Shenpo Nanrupa Jujo Shenpo Kawe Ka Jujo Shenpo Mikro Shen Jinda Shenpo Tso Te Tso Shen Shenpo Shangpe Cho Tso Shen Shangwa Tenpa Po Sanjo Shenpo Tuwa Santen Shenpo Tingzin Ne Shira Shenpo Du Shangwa Dobo Shela Dabche Hua Mona Yeshe Jangso Te Jangshen Rongshen Batu Ne Nite Shenpo Du Yi Shira Shenpo Lo Shen Den Gepa Shenpo Dabche Hua Zuru Shenpo Doda Ne Shushen Drupa Shenpo Te Zuru Shenpo Shirapa Dabshen Baro Namba Sibiri Bo Shenpo Jom Treksin Korshin Shenpo Shang Karmo Shenpo Raksu Shi Jiten Shikar Shibabo Gombo Risho Shenpo Te Mama Sanda Shivicho Deva Shenpo Tsulane Deva Shenpo Tsujito Sanje Nambar Nanseje Tupa Shenpo Tusenden Sangha Tsushen Rechongwa Sangha Tsushen Dagishen Paro Shinshu Topati Paro Shimpa Shutane Paro Shinshu Tapati Paro Shimpa Shuiso Gombo Sakshu Washu Te Sakshu Nami Nebago Shishu Nanda Danyisen Shishu Nanda Changmago Namba Shubo Dushu Don Tuwan Tochu Chapeda Kongji Nani Maru Che Nasu Wande Chewago Soma Meba Chumida Nishimida Nabeda Nembar Mashin Semeju Jige Meba Dishinche Yesu Vedan Yimeto Yanda Taba Nambarne Kame Senge Jodande Moterida Genjeje Kunju Joe Dunyoto Dishin Sheke Idarjo Jawa Raja Nambarja Koro Jumba Tukoshe Soji Lobon Soji Jo Soji Soda Wantande Tushen Shebar Sembade Tushen Shenji Pindijo Seje Zeta Makeba Sema Mama Sikai Seden Nevar Mawate Nevar Shinji Kumbabo Shirme Loba Shirme Om Grima Jumba Seru So Mejom Naso Rejom Wa Jumba Shembo Juchi Gelong Rajom Shakase Dusha Rawe Mambo Tur Devani Bajime To Silvar Jurba Nyupane Reba Dande Kamparden Deshe Juden Rinejo Dagir Mizen Armizen Devani Jesunami Orwe Paro Tarchomba Shawa Shewa Kamsarne Shewa Vajini Sawa Shiran Sunche Namchomba Tamche Sheja Savarnen Jiten Nambar Shibicho Shibji Wanshu Shibji Leke Nambabo Nandru Samba Drupadi Bandu Topa Tamche Pong Nambar Mito Imeze Shoyin Damba Sonam So Yeshe Shunong Neje Yeshe Damba Yubeshe Soni Soni Sababo Kaba Kunjal Nandarshin Sonden Sonjal Dodin Sho Sasara Rebiyo Jungi Dambo Kusanja Sanje Kumi Dambi Chen Jata Yeshin Aida Sanje Nada Jeben Chen Chenga Japa Nida Chan Sanje Tamje Jepa Mo Sanje Zepo Tamje Jo Jebe Sejong Chene De Jungen Jongwa Siva Sa Chingu Sarve Dorje Da Chema Tatu Choweda Nanga Jejong Jongwa Shera Yishe Kikoshi Vaje Nambar Nambar Shi Yishe Nama Namewa 各位旁边一些个自己全部色。阿修那达利那迦萨那迦波登仙界，诸多全部给诸色那给那波那苏。三界功德摩诃舍，诸功德为弥当年，那所知觉觉法佛，知听觉法当苏切。雷声降瓦萨那见，当世全部萨那见，娑婆诃舍娑僧巴，涅槃舍娑僧巴。德耶沙巴那巴遮，毗巴sem波德耶沙，德耶沙诸沙巴切，德耶吉切吉巴切。多迦波那摩揭，弥迦那如多那年，给如切瓦斯巴波阿拉哈拉东迦巴。世界切波给吉迦，德耶舍见吉切巴，德耶迦波德耶因，诸处德耶斯波切。德耶雷切德耶那，德耶尼摩嘎嘎瓦，弥勒那杰吉布辛那贤波罗那苏。那贤那杰罗巴提杰罗吉巴切，给摩贤波给张贤，德耶给摩贤罗巴。德耶三巴三巴切，德耶迦波提瓦切，德耶迦波嘎瓦切，德耶吽提吽切罗。三德德耶大陀巴，德耶阿毗麻卢舍，德耶光张，德耶见，德耶智波优萨瓦。德耶巴罗尼尼塞迦扬，德耶巴罗塞，德耶đề巴đề巴切，弥迦巴đề德耶弥。德耶德耶巴布千，德耶波尼吉格，三摩揭巴德耶塞，德耶尼波巴切，德耶成多巴当天，德耶心智天巴切，给张哈哈给巴卓伊给德巴德耶张，张扬千波扎须瓦，智天松那扎须巴，那给则维扎诸巴扎当那巴当悉。yang da me de je ni yang da de yi ge me tong yi ma wei zhi zhou che za xin ga che de luo ba zhe xi de de ba chen den zhe ji gang yi da wu che mi ne yang me de ba bo zhou zhi zhe ji na wo xi zi mi zhi da ba ti na zuo zu zhe ni de che zi nan da xie na wei ba zu nian na du sheng ba十八内经教教嘎，当娑王世全波提，巴拉辛德多拉内，达瓦什波什吉多，智天娑那什波西，内天牛波吉布达，宗主藏尼三藏瓦，日波智天娑那吉，智天切维巴摩提，智天巴摩提巴利，光照智天一出巴，刹那遮巴那。那给他拉蒙遮巴，当觉真觉智宗，阿育光给不结巴，吉贝扎巴中巴波，牛摩马鲁吉结巴，波维张松那鲁松，也是王国是边真，左巴三觉真。德巴僧觉德巴觉，僧萨那耶罗宗德，尼巴空雷尼巴多，卡达尼巴吉拉。耶摩尼玛多内杰多松多梅多巴波，真真公具多真波，有真多真那切多。耶隆波雷那罗哇，那别朗那罗内巴，耶切那罗真波上，扎达鲁真公具上。巴桑清真尼巴提，布巴桑波切维卓，切波僧真多多切，偏则僧真尼什。当天具君度切巴，刹那当切当切天，度切三千黄果切，南若苏达给巴波。有天天君有天君，身是可须可须中， Kashi Kanji Kashi Karame Kashi Niraki Ujin Jimbo Gatonji Kashi Romo Shimbo Te Kordi Rinro Bonson So Shotu Gawa Nadaba Shoten Shoten Sote Shashi Lamba Shotu Jiten Rati Ramshi Go Shipa Madu Sabamo Soga Bubu Jambo Shen Rapa Muja Jubento Tonga Sabu Adande Sarva Hapa Mito Rodon Dushu Shimbo Pa Sambar Shupa Dushu Sho Katu Dakshin Katu Che Samne Lamba Yama Ramse Samba Samba She Nyangin Deva Samba To Jobe Tarpa Namro Namro Shiva Shivani Nyangin Deshi Nyangin De Levar Nyangin De Lani Dedu Sarva Karjurupa Chandra Rude Deva Tuba Veva Peme Mina Mina Saje Minjur Kanro Shava Mo Trashin Zambe Sambo Ure Dumra Pima Me Nyeva Pamba Chundeva Shinta Seva Seveda Kunje Magre Dambabo Navar Shebe Shundi De Yeshen Yin Sutangwa Navar Tabe Bunji Dro Dusang Sanje Desheva Sanje Loma Tama Me Namo Sanje Kumeva Yeshe Deshe Mima Me Yeshe Dushe Deshe Sege Wanchu Mawa She Mawe Techo Mawe Ja Mawe Lamba Chogi Ne Mawe Senge Tsubane Kodu Tawe Chodu Ga Sije Krama Tanadu Zambarwa Tamdi Ne Ulamna Barinamabo Eva Chencho Sumo Te Sumo Jiva Lana Me Mela Mara Jumbe Shin Ne Do Chogi Kashiwa Tugu Jiten Sunji Cho Ozen Chuka Chukur Shen Chochu Namge Tartu Par Chiji Chansen Garbar Chona Dushe Yambati Chonda Yinte Chukur Shen Ozen Dema Garjita Chabda Chukur Shen Sanje Kunji Siji Shen Sanje Kunji Kuchangwa Sanje Kunji Nakar She Sanje Kunji Tenbashi Dorje Rinchen Mongkorpa Rinchen Manda Kunshute Jiten Wanshu Kunji Da Dorje Changwa Kunji Che Sanje Kunji Tukchewa Sanje Kunji Tukdane Sanje Kunji Kuchewa Sanje Kunji Sunyang Dorje Nima Nama Shi Dorje Tawa Jume Chakra Laso Chakra She Kado Naso Parve Dorje Chokron Sanje Sanje Rowe Choten Pa Ode Sarje Kema She Koshe Yese Tutenpa Jabo Jukro Naso Chan Shewa Sanje Rima Chan Dorje Rumbo Rabi Che She Choten Naparada Eva Chenpo Duma Chan Sacha Chenpo Dorje Che Dorje Sambo Jobe Ja Dorje Lodru Tutenri Aro Timba Kunso Pa Sanyan Kunji Chendan Den Nambar Nama Dame Shi Yanda Yeshe Nabu Sang Samshen Guru Tawati Dugun Jini Tabu Sho Dorje Deni Madu Se Yeshe Kuna Madu Chang Madu Sambo Lodun San Sai Nipo Druwa Se Samje Kunji Nipo She Chube Kulo Naso Chang Ngabo Kunji Ramshin Sho Ngabo Kunji Ramshin Se Cheme Chube Naso Don Chubu Mo Nishangwa Shera Shimbo Geshe Shukon Kundu Chuba Chan Shukyo Mamar Toba Te Chuba Rocho Yamata Yiradu Damveda Sobe Samje Chanshu Chan Samje Kunji Matsumba Yeshe Meshe Urata Dube Dambu Damba Now come back to Earth from that journey into space and take a break.